if you can believe it, I spent all of September thinking that we were in quarter 4 of the year. I was so excited. I was like, yeah, quarter 4, we made it. What are we gonna do? And I had been thinking a lot about it. I was excited. And then when October rolled around, I started to see videos about quarter 4 goals. And I was like, oh no, I think I've done some bad math. Oh my gosh. And you know what? I have a math PhD, folks. And I got confused about how many months were in a quarter of a year. It's pretty good. All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about my quarter 4 financial goals. That's for October, November, and December of 2025. And hello, welcome if you're new here, or welcome back. My name is Claire. I am 33 years old. I live in Minnesota and I work at a community college. On my channel, we talk about systems, self-discovery, simplicity, and about personal finance. So I'm here to share what I'm learning along the way and my journey to be more mindful about money. I'm definitely not an expert, but I'm here to share my experience and show you my learnings, and maybe you can learn something from it too. So, okay, quarter 4, it's actually here now. We're even a couple weeks in, and I want to talk about my goals for the end of the year. I really didn't start being mindful about my money until maybe April, and so I have been slowly learning since then what I want to do, what I care about, how my life maybe looks when it comes to money. And so I think I have some goals that are in line with where I'm at in my journey and what makes sense for me right now. So I have 5 goals for this quarter, and I am excited to share them with you. All right, so the first goal is to pay off the last $999 on my credit card. Now, I've been slowly working through some credit card debt. This is part of how I realized I needed to figure out my money situation. And so I'm really excited. So far, I've paid $1,338 on that card, and I now have $999 left. So I'm feeling really confident I'll be able to do that. October is a 3 paycheck month for me, and I've been waiting for this. I've been assuming that on this month where I get the 3 paychecks, I'll be able to pay it off. So I think I might need a little bit into November, but I'm making progress and I'm excited to finish that in Q4. I want to be debt-free. I'm not used to having debt, and this was really a good wake-up call for me that something needed to change. So my second goal is to begin automatic savings for an emergency fund and toward a trip I want to take with my boyfriend in April. So I haven't really been saving money as I've been paying off the credit card debt, although you can see in my paycheck routine video that I am putting quite a bit of money into investing pre-tax, but I haven't been saving money post-tax. I've just been funneling everything I have into my credit card. So I'm excited to start saving money, and I want to automate some of that once my credit card is paid off. Right now I have a sort of system for it where my paycheck puts 10% of the paycheck into one checking account and then 90% into the other one. And I've actually been using that 10% that I'm funneling off to help pay off my credit card. So that has been like a good mental way for me to make sure I'm at least setting some money aside. And so I have a plan to take that 10% and start saving it once it's not going toward my credit card. All right, so first goal, pay off my credit card. Second goal, start automatically saving. My third goal is to continue my paycheck routine and tracking my investments. So I decided that when I get paid, what I want to do is look at the gross total amount that I get paid and make sure I'm tracking where the money's going before it hits my bank account. So I have been saving quite a bit of money into retirement. You can go watch my paycheck routine video if you want to see how that went. And I've been really surprised about how much money I've been saving. I think I didn't realize that. So I want to continue that habit to make sure I'm really honoring the money I am saving and acknowledging that I am setting myself up for a good financial future, even if I've been struggling in the short term. So I think that will be a fairly easy goal. I will just continue to do those paycheck routines. All right, then for goal 4, I have 2 finance books I've been reading, both by Ramit Sethi. I have them right here. I Will Teach You to Be Rich and Money for Couples. It's really exciting. My boyfriend and I are doing Money for Couples together, which makes me so happy. And I've read the first few chapters of I Will Teach You to Be Rich multiple times. I always get to the part where he talks about the conscious spending plan, and then I never finish it. So I've been reading the rest of this, and I just want to get through both of these by the end of the year so that I can maybe start reading new financial content or finding new things I want to learn. And also it's just nice to know that I finished the books and made that progress. So that is my 4th goal for quarter 4. We are just flying through these. I feel good. All right, so then my fifth goal is actually related to some business prospects I'm considering. I work in higher education and I work as a dean right now, and I'm not sure what my next career step will be. We'll see. But I'm really interested in having a consulting opportunity or some sort of side business that I do to give me additional income. I'm really like working with faculty, staff, and just employees of colleges in teams and helping them like develop things. My background's in professional development as well. So I'd really like to consider some options for that. And I've had an annual goal for it the whole year. And I have been like thinking about it and talking about it, but there are some things on the goals that I have not done for the year. And like I went and looked at those annual goals and I was like, girl, we got to do that. We can't not be doing these things. It's been the whole year. So the main thing I need to do is send out some requests for informational interviews. I want to connect with some other women in higher education that I either know or that I have been connected to who work in Minnesota, and just talk to them about their career paths and see if they have any insight about like what consulting might look like if they've used consultants. And I think I mostly want to connect with them, but it'd be really nice to also have this other perspective on it. I think too, as I'm considering like getting married and having children and wondering how that will impact my career, it'd be really nice to talk to other women who also have been through that. And I just don't have a whole lot of that around me right now. So I'm going to send out those emails to get those informational interviews because I'd eventually like to be doing more work for myself. So I want to be considering that consulting for higher education, and I'm still exploring it, but we need to make progress. Okay. I've been thinking about it a lot, but thinking about it is not the same as doing it. So that's probably the hardest goal I have, is doing that one. Okay, I have 5 goals for quarter 4. I feel pretty good about them. I am going to go through each one and just make sure I have like a strategy to accomplish each one. Now, I pre-wrote the goals, okay? But I did not pre-write the strategies. We are going to do that right now. Because whenever we do strategic planning at my job, we have to then write goals and then the strategies that help us get there, like the action plan. So I'm going to do that in real time right now. Wish me luck. Okay. Goal 1, to pay off my credit card. I actually think I have a pretty good strategy for this where I'm already funneling the money away, and I will just be really careful with my spending. So especially as we go into the holiday season, I think it'd be easy for me to just like throw money at travel and maybe like buy a lot of expensive gifts. And I'm just going to be mindful that this is really my top priority, and that saving money so like rigorously, like intensely, it's not forever. So it's really to help me get out of the debt I'm in and to start doing like a new way of managing my money, which is just more mindfully. And so, yeah, action strategy, keep funneling the money off, the 10% off of each of my paychecks, and just continue to monitor my expenses. I've really cut back and it's been working. So I think kind of like stay the course is what I have to do there. Okay, so for the second goal, I want to begin saving for my emergency fund and for the trip I'm taking with my boyfriend in April. And I want to do that somehow automatically. I already have a high yield savings account set up, but I haven't been putting any money into it. And I'm not really sure how I should set it up with emergency fund versus like trip. Like, should I get in one of those accounts that allows you to have different buckets? I'm not really sure what I should do. I want something that's so simple. So I'll probably take a simple approach first, and then we can always escalate if needed. So I think the strategy or action plan for this goal is to pick the place the money's going to go and pick my target and just set up those automatic transfers. Okay, goal 3 is to continue doing my paycheck routine and tracking my investments. One of the ways I want to like strategize with this is to make videos out of it. So I'm not really sure if it would be boring if I just did every paycheck routine. They're all like very similar. So I'm thinking about maybe batching all of the October ones together. So I'm going to continue to record those, and I think that's my strategy for getting them done, is if I record them and publish them. Yeah, so we're just going to keep that system running. I think we got that. All right, then for the books, I've actually, I lied a little bit to you. I actually finished one of these ones already. I finished this yesterday, day before yesterday. I just finished this between when I wrote the goals and when I'm sitting down to record this. So I feel really good that I finished I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And then the Money for Couples one, I do want to continue to read. I think that part of it is that my boyfriend and I need to plan out some of the dates that the book asks you to do and make sure we're sitting down and doing them together. So a strategy I can do is to reach out to him and schedule that next one and make a plan to finish. So we'll plan the next date and decide how much of the book we should have read by then, and that is my strategy for finishing that book. All right, and then the hardest one here is to send out my informational interview requests. I know the 4 people I need to email. I think it's like a 3-sentence email. So I think I need to what do I need to do to get that done? Okay, the reality is I just need to do it. I'm going to commit to doing it on Monday. That's Monday, October 20th. I will do it on that day, and I will comment below that I've done it. Okay. All right. That's the best strategy I can come up with. I've just been putting this off for so long. Yeah, we'll just do it. I do think there's something interesting in why I put off goals like this. And I'm working on it. I'm still learning about why I do this. I think that I get something out of putting it off. I think that by putting off important strategy moves to help me move forward, I get something from that. And maybe it's to feel behind, to feel a little bit bad or guilty, and it gives me permission to feel that way. I don't know. So I'm still working on exploring that. I don't know. It's just kind of sitting in my mind that there's some reason I keep putting this off. And maybe I'll do a little bit of journaling about that too, just to try to figure it out. All right, those are my 5 goals for quarter 4. If you're still watching, I'd love it if you put in the comments what one of your goals is for the end of the year. It can be about money, it can be about anything you want. Just let me know in the comments, I'll respond. I'd love to hear from you. And thanks so much for being here, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.